Hi, Oprah. This is one of 4 messages that you're going to receive from me in short order. These messages I'm sending out to a group I call the 10, and your name is on that list. So who else is on the list? Well, here it is. These are the people that I've identified, the 10. 10 people that I think could have the right kind of influence to make a significant change in a positive way for how our country moves forward. So you may be asking, well, why me, or why are these people on the list? Well, these people are famous, or at least semi-famous. They are educated and intelligent, and they frequently have expressed in public forums the interest in acting in the greater good. Okay? And if you think about those 3 traits, those are the exact same traits that the revolutionaries had back in the 1700s when we talked about trying to get away from the tyranny of the governance of the King of England and form our own independent country. Okay, the exact same traits. Handfuls of people with these same traits who helped guide a nation from being under the thumb of the King of England to being a free and independent country. Right? So, and frankly, they talked about treason, treason against the king, and all the associated punishments associated with that. I am not talking about treason. I'm not talking about trying to get rid of our form of government. In fact, I want to speak to that just for a second. You look at our form of government, and recently we inserted a stressor, a nuclear bomb, into probably what most people would argue is the most important position in our structure of government. And Mr. Trump is there, and yes, he's been a tremendous stress on the system. He's an acid test, as we say in engineering. He's an acid test for the robustness of our government, the structure. And here we are, 17 months away from the end of his administration, we all hope. And we're still here. The government still is functioning mostly as it did before. And yes, a lot of people would argue it's not as good as it was, and some bad things, blah, 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 blah. But for the most part, it continues to function. It continues to persist. So this is a testament, inserting Mr. Trump into the most important position in our government, one of the worst people we could possibly do that with, is a testament to the strength of the structure. So it's not a structural problem. The problem is the candidates. Mr. Trump and other candidates, other people that we have elected to positions of power in our government, they're the problem. It's not the structure. The structure is sound. It's the candidates that are the problem. The candidates are the problem. And it's the system by which, and we've accepted it for decades, okay? And in fact, and it all revolves around 2 political parties. 2 political parties led by dozens of people that, well, quite frankly, want to be king or would be king. So they seek wealth, influence, and power, okay? And they duke it out. Here we go. let's pound each other, because there has to be a winner and there has to be a loser, okay? And what's true about the candidates, that because of the way that we do everything, the way that we find candidates and nominate them to positions and stuff like that, all of these candidates would also have a portion of their personalities, at least a portion of it, that would also be king. Now, why is that? Why do I know this to be true? Because if you're just seeking to serve your country, there's no way that you would put up with raising hundreds of millions of dollars and shaking the hands of hundreds of thousands of people until your hand's going to fall off, and going to various state fairs and eating all that fried food and on and on and on and on and on. You wouldn't do that. You wouldn't accept that as a part of your life unless there was a portion of you that liked the adulation. There wasn't a portion of you that wanted to be king. Okay? And so we're in this current state and past state. This is with the political parties. And I'm suggesting that there's a future state. There's a future state where our candidates are intelligent and reasoned and reasonable and fair-minded and inherently just want to serve their country. Okay? There's a future state where we can do this, where our candidates, we can fill that structure of government with candidates that just want to serve, not themselves, not for adulation, but just serve the people of the nation for the purpose of making things better in the future, a better and brighter tomorrow. Okay? So the question is, Oprah, how do we get from here to here? The chasm. So back in the 1700s, there was a group of people with traits similar to yours, and they guided the nation from where we were to this future state where we're, with an independent nation, independent country. And that's what I'm inviting you to do, to participate in that nucleus of influential people that could help this nation go from this place to this place. Now, who am I? Well, the second message and associated video that you get, when you watch the video, and I hope you will, I hope you'll watch it. I thought long and hard about how I could communicate who I am in the most efficient way. And so I tell you a story in this video that is me in a nutshell. It's one of the most important events in my life. And rather than anything else I could do, I think it speaks to who I am faster and more efficiently than anything else I could do. Now, this video, I am not a filmographer. I'm not a director. It's just me talking. Okay, and I apologize to you. You may say, well, it starts kind of slow and so on, but I promise you, it's well worth watching through to the end. And if you are the person that I think you are, I forewarn you, you're probably going to shed more than a few tears toward the end. And so, what am I trying to do? Well, I'm trying to bring attention to this. So sending you and the rest of the 10 this series of videos. Come on. Help the nation. Please help the nation. Influence the nation to go from here to here. And another, as I've been trying to do this, so another way that I was trying to do this was to bring attention to it. Back in January, I filed with the FEC to be a bona fide candidate for President of the United States. I'm not running, but I offer to serve because I much more represent one of these people over here than I do these people over here. Okay? So I'm a representative of the future state, of a place where people just want to serve, just want to do what's right for the people of this country. Okay? And the other reason why I did it is I'm really talking about a fairly significant structural change in how we identify and elect candidates. Okay? And so I have never done that before, so I figure inserting myself and at least understanding parts of it is beneficial. Right, to at least know parts of what it takes to go and be a part of our current government. And then the third and fourth videos are my descriptions, which I hope answer a lot of questions about the current state, the future state, and how we might cross the chasm together, and why. Why this vision, if you will, should be so positive. Well, I'm hoping that you will participate in this group, in the 10. But only you can answer that question. Only you can say yes. And all I can do is invite you. So I hope someday to talk to you in person. I hope someday to work with you closely in trying to make a better future for this country and this world. And until that day comes, well, bye for now.